mummy's with the maggots now.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
Well, hi there.
Hello and welcome to Would You Die, the show where nothing can call it off, but I'm gonna send it back to whatever hell it came from. I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
And today, we are fucking around and finding out about Pumpkinhead.
Yes, we are. So, after his son dies in a hit-and-run accident, Ed Harley, played by Lance Henriksen, seeks revenge against the teenagers responsible. With the help of a local witch, played by Florence Schaufler, Ed summons the vengeful demon Pumpkinhead to hunt and kill the group of friends. But when Ed discovers a bond between himself and the creature, he begins to have second thoughts about employing the vicious monster, and he fights to end Pumpkinhead's murderous rampage before it is too late.
There was a lot of spoilers in that synopsis.
Synopsis. I don't really think there's that many spoilers. That's the plot of the movie.
That is the whole movie.
Okay.
So that's it. That's our episode. See you guys next week.
Jeez, I'm being critiqued for my synopses.
No.
Yeah, I am.
No.
This is mean.
If I don't like it, it's bullying.
Anneliese is going to send Pumpkinhead
in
at me.
fairness, and I want to be very clear. This is coming from someone, and I don't want to point fingers, that didn't watch the movie. But if giving a synopsis forces you to give spoilers, the movie might not be that good.
Listen, you're wrong. Because this movie follows the 3 R's.
What are the 3 R's, Austin?
I was going to say, were you going to tell us, or are you just going to...
This movie rocks. This movie rips. And this movie rules. I got that from a film YouTuber podcaster I like named Cinema Joe.
Respect to Cinema Joe. I don't think that this movie does any of those things.
I'm not saying he said that about Pumpkinhead. I'm just saying those are the 3 R's.
I like the 3 R's. I don't know.
I just don't think they apply.
I do not know Cinema Joe's opinions on the film Pumpkinhead, but I like Cinema Joe.
That's fair.
So if you're listening, you're cool.
Tell us your thoughts on Pumpkinhead.
Please and thank you.
So what's your personal connection with this movie?
I love Pumpkinhead.
I can tell.
I watched it for the first time when I was like young college.
Okay.
What was happening was I had started liking horror in high school, but I started getting into horror in college, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a friend. His name's Jason. He's really cool.
Voorhees?
Yeah. No.
Of course.
He's a little older than me. Not a little. He's like a generation above me. But you know when you have friendships?
Yeah.
Where it's like the generation ahead. So it's like...
You know when you have friends?
Yeah. And it's like where it's like you're getting into like music or movies. It's like, oh, you gotta...
Let me educate you. Yeah, absolutely.
When I started getting into horror, Jason was like, oh, I know exactly what movie you'll love.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Pumpkinhead. So I'm like freshman or sophomore in college. I watched Pumpkinhead for my October Halloween festivities that year. It ripped. It rocked. It ruled. I loved it.
Cute.
And then every time I put it on, it's kind of evolved into like an October, like I'll just put it on when I'm trying to do other stuff because it's an easy movie to watch.
Yeah, that's for sure.
No,
I didn't mean that as like an insult. I'm genuinely.
I know.
It's like a very easy like flow.
Yeah, it's a simple movie, but it's a movie that I can appreciate for doing exactly what it wants to do. And it's short. It's only like 83 minutes. Which is very nice. 86 minutes. I looked it up. It's 86 minutes. But still, I wasn't far off.
Right, yeah.
You love a tight 90? Ooh, 86.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, Because this is a movie that could easily overstay its welcome if it was much longer.
Completely agree.
Luckily, it's not. But anyways, I've seen it a few times since then, and we'll talk about it more why I love this movie. I quality-wise, I think it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what it does well, it does really fucking well. And that allows me to overlook its shortcomings because for me, its strengths are so strong.
Real.
How about you? What's your personal connection with this movie?
Not only had I never seen it before yesterday, I had never heard of it.
Pumpkinhead, 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 Pumpkinhead.
Okay. So I don't know how
From the hit show Pumpkin Tales.
how singing the VeggieTales theme song with Pumpkinhead really relates to what I said, but yeah, I had literally never. I did not know that this movie existed before. I mean, generally before you put it on the list, but before yesterday, really.
Have you ever seen a picture of Pumpkinhead?
No, I literally. When I tell you I did not know that this movie existed, I had no idea what Pumpkinhead was.
So when you watched this for the first time, were you expecting the monster to look like that?
No, I mean I was expecting a Pumpkinhead for sure.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome. I will say that. Pumpkinhead himself, character design, sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So not to spoil a later superlative, but I give this movie 4 stars. And Pumpkinhead has everything to do with it.
That's fair.
If the monster's not that, I don't know if I'm giving this I don't know if I'm giving it a heart.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of elements I really like about this movie. Let's talk about the month. It's Fuck Around and Find Out month.
Yeah, so really quickly, just kind of some context for where this movie even came from. It actually came from a poem by Ed Justin, who was just some guy who worked in the film industry and wrote this poem to kind of spook his grandkids. And then,
that's really cool.
Yeah, and then his friend Billy Blake, who was a film producer, loved it and thought it would be a great horror film, so he bought the rights and he started making the movie. That being said, this poem does sound in the first part of the movie, but I am going to read it to you. Mm-hmm. And it is the following. Again, if you've seen the movie, you've heard this poem because the kids say it to taunt Billy at the beginning. But keep away from Pumpkinhead unless you're tired of living. His enemies are mostly dead. He's mean and unforgiving. Laugh at him and you're undone, but in some dreadful fashion. Vengeance he considers fun and plans it with a passion. Time will not erase or blot a plot that he has brewing. It's when you think that he's forgot, he'll conjure your undoing. Bolted doors and windows barred, guard dogs prowling in the yard won't protect you in your bed. Nothing will, from Pumpkinhead.
Banger.
Yep, real.
So good.
That was kind of the whole premise of this movie came from that little nursery rhyme that this guy just made to spook his grandkids on Halloween, which I think is very charming.
That's iconic, actually.
So, Fuck Around and Find Out month.
Mm-hmm.
The rules. Pumpkinhead is a demon guy who's buried in the pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
You summon him to take vengeance, but here is the twist. He keeps killing until the summoner is dead. So who is our rule breaker? It's Ed Harley.
Played by the iconic Lance Henriksen.
Yes.
And if you don't know who Lance Henriksen is, yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. I would say, well, he's a character actor, sure, who will have starring roles from time. This is a starring role.
Yeah.
For him, but I would say he's probably best known for playing Bishop in Aliens.
Yeah.
And just being in a bunch of James Cameron movies. Mm-hmm. But no, Lance Henriksen rules. Yeah. And I met him at a Comic-Con once.
Did you really?
The first one I ever been to, actually, in 2015, 10 years ago.
That's awesome.
And he's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I spread my love to Lance Henriksen.
Yeah, he also has a cameo in Jennifer's Body, which I think is fun.
Have you ever seen this Nicolas Cage movie called Mom and Dad?
Mm-hmm.
He plays Nicolas Cage's dad in the... Spoiler alert for that movie, I'm sorry. Because that's like the best twist in that movie.
That's fair. But yeah, you're right. He's probably most known for playing Bishop.
And he's in a lot of big movies.
Yeah, he's in Scream 3.
Oh, that's right. I always forget that.
Mm-hmm.
He's the nastiest motherfucker in Scream 3.
He's in the 1993 version of the Super Mario Bros.
I wasn't going to remember that.
I'm just telling you. Anywho, yeah, he is the nastiest motherfucker in Scream 3. That's true. But so our rule breaker is Ed Harley. And as I mentioned in the synopsis, basically he is the owner of a general store in kind of the middle of nowhere, like the boonies. I don't know exactly if it says what state this takes place in, does it?
I think it's...
But it feels very Appalachia to me. In terms of like the demographic of people and the kind of desertedness of it. And this whole thing kind of reads, I know it's not officially based on any like lore from Appalachia, but it does read like a Appalachian like folk tale almost.
Yeah.
But so Ed runs the general store with his son, Billy. It's kind of just them and their dog Gypsy. And in come through these like teenage college kids, kind of assholes.
Yeah.
And they're on their way to like a weekend getaway, like cabin type thing. And they stop for supplies at the general store. And while they are there, they decide to ride their dirt bikes. Unfortunately, Billy kind of gets caught in like the crossfires of one of the dirt bikes and gets very badly injured on his deathbed. And while the teens decide what they're going to do, one of the... I don't know whether they were teens or college kids. I don't want to keep calling them teens, but...
I feel like they're college kids.
Yeah. One of the group basically decides that he doesn't care and he wants to take matters into his own hands. So he does not allow them to, like, call the police or call an ambulance.
Yeah. It's kind of, I know what you did last summer.
Right.
In a way.
Yeah, because
even though this is older, but...
Isn't Joel, who's the kid who kind of insists that they don't call the police, isn't he already on probation or something? Yeah.
I don't know the kids' names.
And, like, I just want to take a moment to talk about the moment that, like, Ed finds out. Because he does not say almost a word. He just, like, picks him up and he takes him home. It's so wild because you can almost tell, like, in that moment, he had already decided. He had already decided, I'm going to make them pay.
Yeah.
And he does.
That moment's going to come up later, just so you know.
Okay.
So we'll talk about it some more. Yeah, we're going to come back to this moment in one of our Pumpkinhead lives.
That's Pumpkinhead lives is not the worst one we've had.
Listeners last week, no.
So basically, like, Ed goes to Haggis, who is a witch, to first bring back Billy. She can't, so he asks for revenge. And when he goes and gets it and rises Pumpkinhead, almost immediately he feels badly. Like, he decides that he's going to turn himself into the police. However, it's too late.
Yeah.
Something interesting is, like, Pumpkinhead, like, has this weird hypnotic power. I don't know if you noticed that, but, like, throughout, like, he can hypnotize people to, like, bring them out. Like, he does it with one of the girls at the beginning.
He does it to me.
I know he does. That's very true.
He's so fucking cool. That's going to be the theme of this episode, by the way. Is Pumpkinhead is fucking cool.
Yeah. And, yeah, there's a lot of, like, bloody deaths until the end. Because, again, Ed, like, eventually decides that he's going to go after Pumpkinhead and says the line.
Like, he... the one I did earlier. You can't send it back, or nothing can call it off, but I'm going to send it back to whatever hell it comes from.
Yeah.
That is such a baller line. Easily the best line in the movie.
Yeah, I agree. And...
There's some good lines, though. Like, when he's confront, like when he's begging the witch, like when he's like, oh shit, maybe I don't want to do this. And he's asking the witch to call it off, and she's like, I can't. He's like, damn you. And she's all like, God already has.
Yeah.
That's kind of baller too.
It is baller. Something that I really loved is watching Ed realize that like Pumpkinhead becomes more human as he becomes more monstrous, and that they are like one and the same.
Yeah.
And God, I like don't mean to get into like spoilers, but something I loved the last shot, like with the necklace.
Oh.
Made me want to die.
Yeah.
I think it made him want to die.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. One more badass line I want to shout out from this movie.
Yeah.
It's from one of the insert teenager or / college kid here. I don't know their names. I'm not going to.
I got nothing.
There's 3 guys, 3 gals. But the guys are like Pumpkinhead hunting, and the gals are like trying to figure out what they're going to do while they're in the house. And the guys are when the guys is like, it's a demon. All we can do is pray. All we can do is pray and hope God shows up, and whatever she's saying. And one of the girls just grabs this knife and goes, just in case God doesn't show.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's a good line too. You're right. There's so many good lines in this.
Take matters into your own hand. Like, I love it. But yeah, Lance Henriksen has the best one. It's the dialogue in this movie is much better than you would expect it to be. A lot of elements, I think, are better.
Yeah.
Than they should be. I love the colors in this movie. I think the lighting is superb.
I agree.
Because I don't think this was a particularly expensive movie. I'm pretty sure this was a low-budget movie. And whatever other low budget that they had went to the special effects monster.
Yeah.
And it shows because the monster rules. And there's shortcomings in the script and stuff, but there's good dialogue.
Yeah. I do have to say, I have to shout out John D'Aquino, who plays Joel, who's the asshole.
The asshole, yeah.
He is perhaps, other than Pumpkinhead, most known for his recurring role as U.S. President Richard Martinez in the Disney Channel original series Cory in the House.
Oh.
Which was the spin-off series about That's So Raven's little brother, and about how he and his dad went to go be the chefs at the White House.
That sounds insane.
It was wild.
So, Joel from Pumpkinhead
played the President of the United States in Cory in the House.
And he is probably the second most well-known actor behind Lance Henriksen in this movie.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that's not saying much, but yeah, probably.
Interesting. So I want to talk about the director of this movie real quick.
I guess, if we have to.
Yeah. The director is a legend. But not for directing.
Okay.
And horror and sci-fi nerds are going to know this name.
Oh, yeah.
Not everyone listening might not know he directed a movie. He directed this movie, Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
But I am referring to the legend that is Stan Winston. And if you're wondering, like, do I know him? Yes, you do. He is one of the most legendary special effects monster designers, creature designers, just special effects guys. His resume is legendary.
Can we go through some of his resume? Because I would like to start earliest and go latest.
Yeah, you can list them off, please.
Okay, so he started out as dramatic, but he started out in special effects with gargoyles. Won an Emmy for that. Also designed the Wookiee costumes for the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Also did the special makeup design for The Wiz. That's kind of where he started. He did the 80s version of The Thing.
I didn't know he worked on that. He didn't lead that one, so his name's not as like prevalent because that's a lot of that credit goes to Rob Bottin.
Yeah, he worked with Rob Bottin.
I think I did know he worked on.
Yeah.
No, I lie. I think I did know he worked on The Thing. But his big break's coming.
Yeah. He did some special effects on Friday the 13th Part 3. He also designed the Mr. Roboto face mask for Styx.
I knew that. I love that.
He then reached a new level of fame in 1984 with The Terminator.
I would say this is his big break.
Yes. Then James Cameron brought him back for Aliens.
Yep.
Then he got brought back for Edward Scissorhands, Predator, Predator 2, Pumpkinhead, obviously. He also did Terminator 2 Judgment Day. He did Batman Returns. He did the prosthetics for Penguin, for Danny DeVito's Penguin. Then he turned his attention from supervillains and cyborgs to dinosaurs.
Yep.
With Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park.
So, those of you who know Jurassic Park know that Jurassic Park is probably the film that put CGI and computer-generated imagery on the map. Stan Winston, his job was to make the life-size animatronics in Jurassic Park, which included the 40-foot-long Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
That is probably one of the most impressive animatronics ever put on film. The movie gets a lot of love for its CGI, which it deserves. And it has the best animatronics, too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, those dinosaurs look so good. And then he keeps going.
Yeah, and then he keeps going. He, in the 2000s, he does a lot of, like, small kind of creature features. He does Earth versus the Spider, How to Make a Monster, Day the World Ended, She Creature, and Teenage Caveman.
He did Mimic, right?
I think so, yeah. Guillermo
Del Toro, I think.
I believe so. He was a collaborator on Avatar, like the James Cameron Avatar.
Yeah, he and James Cameron, I mean, they worked together a lot starting in 84 with The Terminator. So that makes sense.
Yeah, and then he's done so fucking much. He had a lot of frequent collaborators. He worked on, he most notably towards the end of his life worked on fucking Iron Man.
He built the practical suits.
Yeah, he built Iron Man. He built it in a cave with scraps. He also did War of the Worlds.
Oh, Spielberg's?
Yeah.
That makes
Spielberg's
sense.
War of the Worlds. He did Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Which, say what you want, very good practical effects.
Oh, yeah. In the 90s, I believe he built the large alligator animatronic for Lake Placid.
I think you're right.
Which, that's a big-ass alligator, and it had to work in water.
He also did Congo. He did the fucking big-ass gorilla.
Yep. He did Monster Squad, which is just an iconic monsters for... And this guy's the man.
Yeah.
Sadly, he passed away in 2008.
Yep.
So, but his legacy lives on. If you see Legacy Effects, that is what his company was. The Stan Winston Makeup Academy still is a thing. And I know friends who've done... And I've worked with people who've done it. And they're kicking ass. And then a lot of people who worked under Stan Winston, like, they have their own effects companies now.
I feel like this is maybe a little less impressive when put against, maybe not in terms of, in the grand scheme of things, but when put against his specific other filmography, but I feel like we should talk about it because we did this movie. He also did the practical effects for Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, because we talked about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, legend.
You've seen at least one, if not probably 20 movies he's worked on.
Yeah. Before we move on from Stan Winston, I just want to tell a Predator story real quick.
Please do.
Because it's cool. And Stan Winston is working on Predator. and he is on a plane ride with James Cameron. I don't know where they're going. They're working on different things. Mm-hmm. And he's having trouble kind of like figuring out how he wants to design this creature. So he's asking like, "Hey, Jim, do you have any ideas?" And James Cameron's all like, "I haven't seen anything with mandibles. Mandibles could be cool." Stan Winston's like, "It's in." And then iconic monster just boom.
I was going to say, that's like the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing that pops out with that character. So
that and his weird wire dreads.
Which we love.
Of course we do. I didn't say they weren't cool.
But yeah, his legacy still go he passed away in 2008, but his legacy is still strong, and people loved working with him, people loved working for him, and his company's still going, and still the people he taught are still teaching people. Mm-hmm. So I think, yeah, that's definition of a legend.
Real.
And Pumpkinhead was his directorial debut.
Good news. He's going to come back.
What?
He's going to come back.
Pumpkinhead? Wait.
God, no. In our, like, superlatives. In our Pumpkinhead.
Oh, I'm like...
I was like, is he assembling a team? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, that's the post-credit scene of Pumpkinhead.
When you were saying he's going to come back, I'm like, Lisa, he's dead.
He's not dead. Not in our hearts.
No, definitely not in our hearts. But yeah, rest in peace to a legend. But yeah, Pumpkinhead was his first film as a director.
Right.
And you can tell in this movie that special effects is his bread and butter because,
yes, you can.
Oh my God, this monster.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love the Pumpkinhead creature.
I do too, actually.
And I think it has a lot of inspiration from the Xenomorph. And that's cool. And that's okay.
Right.
Because he's still, like, a unique monster.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, he definitely has, like, the same head shape, I guess.
Yeah.
Or similar head shape.
And similar body, I think.
Yeah. But God, he's scary.
He's so cool.
I don't
He's
like
so
him.
fucking cool. You don't like it?
No, I mean, like, I like him, but, like, he's disconcerting.
Yeah, that's fair. For
fucking sure.
And another thing, to praise Stan Winston on his directing, which makes sense because he spent a lot at this point, over a decade, perfecting his craft as a special effects wizard. Not only is the monster cool and just incredible to look at, Stan Winston shoots the monster in such an they're great shots. Say what you will about his directing as a whole, because it is a debut, you know. And the film's competent in most levels. I don't really think there's... But, like, when the monster's on screen, it's just the coolest shit. It's shot so well. Like, you could tell this is his strength as a director.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the scene where Bunt... Okay, tangent.
Okay.
There's a kid named Bunt.
That's true.
That might be one of the stupidest names I've ever heard.
There was a weird baseball reference in this movie, and I didn't watch it.
No, well, kind of, maybe. There's a kid named Bunt. Yeah. That's his name.
I mean, okay, I think it's supposed to kind of show, like, how backwoodsy everybody is.
His name's Bunt.
Is it Bunt like the baseball player?
Yeah.
Or is it Bunt like Bunt Cake?
No, like Bunt. B-U-N-T.
Well.
Okay, but which is worse, Bunt or Boof?
Boof? From Teen Wolf?
Yeah.
I thought it was Borf. I was going to mention her.
Boof.
But it's Boof.
It's Boof. I was thinking about Boof the other day. And
I like that the
game
was so bad that Austin was like, it couldn't have been Boof. It had to have been Borf.
Yeah.
I was literally thinking about Boof watching this movie when fucking like, so Bunt, come over here. I'm like, his name's Bunt. It's just like Borf. But apparently Borf is Boof.
Borf is Boof.
Borf is Boof. Anyways, I had to get that off my chest. The scene where Bunt is
Sorry.
You can't take the name seriously.
Not anymore, no.
Never fucking Bunt. But the scene where Bunt is hiding in like the shed or the cabin or something, and Pumpkinhead like kind of comes in, and you think he's like hiding, and he goes to turn around and he just lunges forward like, I see you, I know where you're at. Oh my god. One, the animatronics is just perfect, but it's shot so well too.
Yeah.
Like, this movie's really good at, like, Stan Winston's very good at knowing what his animatronics can do and knowing how to shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said earlier, I love the lighting choices. I love the blues and the reds.
I agree.
And the oranges.
It makes it really feel like an October night.
It
you know what I
is.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great October watch.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you don't, like, love the movie, if you have, like, cable TV and you're just, like, have it on AMC Fear Fest, just random October, you need something to put on. It's like a cozy October horror movie.
Yeah.
It's something, like, fun to put on. And then every so often you look up and something fucked up's happening.
Completely agree.
It's kind of a dark movie, too.
Very. Yeah, I mean, from the fucking jump, dude. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Cultural impact, to be, like, perfectly honest, there's not, like, a ton in terms of anything other than, I will say, like, obviously practical effects is a huge one, but I feel like that's we've already talked about that a lot. That's gonna come up again. Like, that's the big one. But it does have quite a few sequels. It has, I believe the second one is called Blood Angel, Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Angel.
I've never seen any of the sequels. I'm
Yeah.
just going to put that. As
Blood
much
Wings.
as I love this film,
And
I don't
then
got time for this.
there was
One day.
Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes and Pumpkinhead Blood Feud. And then a reboot of the series has been reported to be in development. It was to be produced by Peter Block, who produced Saw.
I was about to say, I know that name. I've heard that name.
And then, like, by November 2021, a reboot was in the works at Paramount, but the script was ready, and then that a director would be announced in the coming months. That obviously did not happen.
Oh, that's a shame.
But I will say that there are comic book series. There's Pumpkinhead, The Rites of Exorcism by Dark Horse Comics,
Mm-hmm.
and then Dynamite Entertainment did a 5-issue limited series.
And there's a video game called Blood Wings, Pumpkinhead's Revenge,
Yes.
which I'm just now finding out about.
I heard it was poorly received.
Oh, it came out in 95. But that is such a good name.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
So that's kind of the extent of its cultural impact, but definitely had an impact in bringing more work to Stan Winston, which is huge.
Right, because what year did this movie? 88, so it would have been after Predator, it would have been after Aliens, but, you know, it's before Jurassic Park.
Right.
And I don't know what... It's probably James Cameron who recommended.
Probably, yeah. Are you ready for
Our pumpkin headletives?
Headletives, yeah.
Fuck around and find out.
Who would you save?
I mean, I know you don't get a movie if you save them, but I would save Billy.
Yeah, correct. Fuck them teens.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. His little glasses.
And he makes it... The scene where he makes his dad the necklace.
And then he's like, you don't gotta wear it unless the mood strikes ya.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's like, this is... And then and Lance Henriksen's like, this is my favorite thing in the fucking world. He didn't say it, but that you could tell.
But basically, yeah, he was like, come here, I'm gonna wear it forever.
Yeah.
And then he does. And then he fucking dies. Sorry.
And they make you think the dog's gonna die.
Yeah.
But then he goes after the dog, and you're just like, mm-mm. And I'm like, I apologize to you specifically for making you watch Pet Sematary and Pumpkinhead so close together.
Yeah, you really just like keep doing this. And fucking Candyman too.
Well, the baby's okay in Candyman.
Yeah.
But I would
guess.
save Billy.
Yeah, same. I'm not changing my answer. Sorry.
No.
Fuck you.
There's only one correct answer for
Yeah.
this movie. So cute.
What is your favorite scare?
So I'm gonna give you two answers
Okay.
because they're so different. One is my true favorite scare, but the other one's my favorite kill.
Okay.
My favorite kill is when Pumpkinhead takes the shotgun and just rams it through the asshole.
Okay.
Or
yeah.
maybe I shouldn't say it like that. Where Pumpkinhead takes the shotgun and rams it through the greaser looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
At first you think Pumpkinhead's gonna shoot him, and you're like, I don't think he could do that. No, he just takes the shotgun and just stabs what's his name? Joel, I think. Joel's the one that gets stabbed with the shotgun, and he lifts him up like so high in there. Pumpkinhead's really tall. Pumpkinhead's like 12 foot tall or something.
Yeah, and Joel fucking deserves it. He's a bitch.
That's the best death for the worst character.
Yeah.
And that's how we want movies. We want the worst motherfuckers getting the best.
Yeah. I want to be able to cheer when you die.
And oh my god, with the shotgun through the chest and then lift it up, like that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's chef's kiss.
It's
One
really
of the
good.
best kills ever. My favorite scare.
Mm-hmm.
So remember when we were talking about Billy's death scene
Yes.
and just when Ed Harley comes back, just the acting Lance Henriksen's doing.
Yeah.
That glare he gives one, he's like,
Yeah.
hey, is there anything I can do to... He just turns, and the music's dramatic, but it's like this, like one of the scariest faces.
Yeah.
And it's acting, and I don't know, that moment always stuck with me.
Yeah. I mean, like, he even brings it up later.
Mhm.
Like, Joel's like, well, what happened? What happened? What happened? And he was like, well, I told him, like, if there's anything I could do to let me know. And then he looked at me like he wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
What about you? What's your favorite scare?
So I feel like this is kind of a cop-out answer, but the first time you see Pumpkinhead in full,
Mm-hmm.
that scared me. I wasn't expecting, because I didn't really know anything about, like, who did that. Like I said, I went in really blind. And, like,
Yeah.
I know who Stan Winston is. I didn't know that he did this movie. So
Mm-hmm.
I was, like, not really expecting much. I was expecting, like, really typical 80s practical effects, which can be fine and can
Yeah.
be really good. But
But
like,
you're probably thinking of like a guy with a jack-o'-lantern head.
yeah, kind of. So the first time that I saw him, like, it genuinely, like, took me aback.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. I feel like we're going to have the same Tony Todd Award for movie MVP, but I'm not changing my answer. So I'm going to go first, and I'm going to say Stan Winston.
I'm glad you're saying Stan Winston because I'm going to give it to Lance Henriksen.
Oh, okay, cool. Then, yeah, good. I mean, Lance Henriksen, yeah, absolutely. But like I said, Stan Winston is coming back because my favorite part of this was Pumpkinhead.
Right, and I think it's Stan Winston and his effects team too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were,
Yeah,
I had a feeling you were going to say Stan Winston. I didn't want to take it away from you.
fair.
Also, I'm like, how many times do I get to say Lance Henriksen?
Fair.
Like, I don't know the next time I'm going to be. I don't know the next time I'll be able to say Stan Winston either. I'm going
But
to say
he's more likely to come back,
And we spent most of this episode just geeking out about Lance Henriksen and Stan Winston, and we're doing it some more because legends. I love both of them. But yeah, me personally, I expect great effects from Stan Winston. I knew, for me, the movie works because of Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
But the effect, Stan Winston's effects, obviously, it don't work without that either. That's the reason why I love the movie is those effects.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But Lance Henriksen really elevates this movie more than it should have been. I think.
That's super fair. I totally agree. Is the score better than Jaws?
No.
No, I agree. That being said, once again, kind of 2 weeks in a row where we have a composer who's not really known for doing this type of thing at all.
And it's not much of a... I don't want to say, like, it's not much of a horror score, because that sounds mean. It's not what I'm trying to say. It's more of, like, a country kind of...
Yeah. So do you know what Richard Stone is mostly known for doing?
No.
Think Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, The Tasmanian Devil, Looney Tunes, That's what we're talking. We're talking
Really?
like
I was
those
not
types
expecting that.
of like 90s WB cartoons. That's
I was not
mostly
expecting
what
you to
Richard
say
Stone
that.
does. So the fact that he branched out into this is kind of amazing and very fun. But yeah, like that's, again, it's not much of a horror score because he's not much of a horror composer. I mean,
but even then, it's like folk music.
Yeah.
I said country earlier. I meant to say more like folksy.
Yeah.
There's a twang to the score. And there's horror moments in the score, but I think where it shines is more that twang.
It's kind of, I mean, like, I don't want to compare these two scores because I think one, and no offense to Richard Stone, I'm not saying this at him, I think one is far better than the other. However, it does kind of remind me genre-wise of Sinners.
No, I see exactly what you mean.
Like, in terms of that twang, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
no,
that
exactly.
one is very, like, bluesy and, like, the South and, you know.
Right. No, that's a good kind of like what the scores are doing. In Pumpkinhead's case, I think the score is at its best during those quieter country moments.
Yeah, fair. Okay, well, I know you have a shirt because you're wearing it right now in front of my face.
Yeah, it's a cool shirt, though.
But it is. Is this a fine addition to your collection? Do you own this? Do you want to own it? What's the deal here?
I own it on Blu-ray, and I own it on 4K Steelbook. I thought to myself, do I really want to buy this movie again? But then the cover was fucking cool, and I bought it.
That's very
just for the cover,
compelling.
and no regrets.
See, this is where I'm at with, like, the fucking Criterion collection of Godzilla is, like, have I only seen one movie? Yeah, but is the cover of that Criterion collection Godzilla really fucking cool? Yeah, also that. Anyway.
I'll have to show you the cover I'm talking about for
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead.
Please do. I think I'm good.
That's fair.
Sorry.
There's a Pumpkinhead Funko Pop, and I want to get it.
That's cool. I would own that.
I want a Pumpkinhead Funko Pop.
So, Jeremy did not watch this episode, ergo why he's been so quiet this whole time.
Yeah, my apologies. I did not make it to this movie.
I'll read my Letterboxd review. I did give this 2 stars. I think after this conversation, I might change it to 3. I feel like the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, I really loved the fucking monster, dude. And, like, it does have a lot of heart. It's not even that it doesn't. I just feel like for me personally, this is not a high rewatchability movie.
No, I get that.
But I do think you're right. I think, like, in October, having it on in the background, that feels like perfect vibes. So I think I'm going to change it to 3 stars. And my review was very complex. It was very well thought out. I said, I like Big Monster. That's it. That's all I got.
I love that. Big Monster.
Big Monster.
So my review, I gave this 4 stars and a heart. After this conversation, I feel validated in keeping it 4 stars and a heart.
That's fair.
And here is my review. This film's biggest flaw is the monster is too rad. Like, how can I be scared when Pumpkinhead is literally the sickest thing I've ever seen? So fucking cool.
True. Real.
That's my review of Pumpkin. We basically have the same review.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, no Supernatural alumni in this one. So on to our special edition superlatives.
Really? I would imagine Lance Henriksen making...
I also kind of thought that.
Because he acts a lot.
I know.
Like, he works.
I know. I would have thought that as well, but no, not in this one.
Interesting.
So on a scale from 1 to 10, how much did they find out?
The kid's 10.
Yeah. Real.
Ed
also kind of 10, but it sucks because it's kind of not his fault. I mean, like, it is his fault. Don't get me wrong. They killed his kid, though.
He did nothing wrong.
I agree. And he got punished for it anyway.
I'm going to give him an 8 because the prologue, like the cold open, is him as a kid seeing Pumpkinhead do Pumpkinhead things to someone else.
True.
Through his sacrifice, he kind of beats the monster and is able to spare one of the kids.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put him at an 8, but the kid's 10.
For sure.
And they deserved it. Well, that's a little... They deserved it on differing degrees.
I was going to say, at the very least, fucking Joel deserved it. Because he was like,
Yeah.
not only am I going to kill this child, I'm also going to not care about bringing him medical
And all the
attention.
other kids wanted to help.
Mm-hmm.
Some more than others. But at the same time, they're like, it's just like.
Yeah.
They fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
They fucked up. Fucked around. Found out.
For sure. So, Austin, I feel like I know your answer. Would you die?
I don't think I would.
And why not?
Because I would not be involved of child slaughter. But most importantly, I feel like Pumpkinhead would recognize me as a friend.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, you're sick as fuck. And he'd be like, hell yeah, brother. How about you? Would you die?
We had very similar answers. I said, no, I simply would not kill a child.
Yeah. Like,
It's really that easy, you guys. Watch where you're going.
I'm not gonna be drunk and then go dirt biking.
Yeah.
Also, he's drinking and driving.
Yeah, that too.
Pumpkinhead deserved to be on his ass for drinking and driving. Don't do that.
True.
It's so easy not to fucking do that. But, yeah.
Austin, where can the people find you on social media?
The people can find me admiring how sick and rad as fuck Pumpkinhead is on Instagram at Austin M. Torres, as well as Letterboxd at Austin M. Torres. You can find the show's social media at Would You Die Show, primarily Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. That helps us out a bunch. You can listen to the podcast there if you'd like. Also watch our short films and subscribe to our Patreon, where we have a bunch of stuff coming out right now. We got our monthly bonus episode. We got our weekly Would You Ball, where we talk Michigan State and Detroit sports. We got the bi-monthly Godzilla Project, where I force Anneliese and Jeremy to watch every Godzilla movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a real fun. I'm really proud of what we're doing on the Patreon, and you can check it out for only $3 a month. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone who loves Godzilla or sports, because we like sports.
And we don't care who knows.
No, we don't. Where can the people find you?
You can find me handcrafting necklaces for all of my loved ones, as well as on Instagram and Letterboxd at Whimsawillow. Lippitt, where can the people find you?
You can find me frantically Googling things about this movie to try to find a better inside joke. And also at Annually Funny.
Wherever movies are sold. Huge thank you to Jeremy Lippitt for being our producer. Thank you to our theme music's composer, Josie Palmer. Check out her music on Spotify and Apple Music. A big thank you also for our graphics displayed on our social media, which are done by Alec Gibson at Crosshook Creative. You can check out more of his work at wearecrosshook.com and alecgibsondesign.com. Austin, do you have a hint for the next episode?
Join us next week when we talk about the movie where I found out there was no Santa Claus. I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
Try not to die.